What's up, world? Thank you for checking out another episode of Brian's Brain Series podcast, wherever you're checking this out at, whether YouTube, streaming services, wherever you're checking it out. I appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a review, leave a comment, DM me, right? Whatever it is, give me some feedback on what's going on and what you're hearing, right? What I wanted to touch on today, what I wanted to talk about is confidence, right? The reason that I wanted to tap on and touch on confidence is because a lot of people lack confidence. A lot of people lack confidence in themselves. A lot of people just walking around living in their fear, right? Living in a like an fear state of mind, right? Like everything bad is going to happen to them. They lack confidence in themselves. They lack confidence in their abilities, and they question everything. They question if they're able to do something. So I'm talking to that person today. I'm talking to, if you're a confident person, this episode is not for you, right? If you're confident, if you already believe in yourself and you already got that down pat, listen to the next one or listen to the previous one. This one's not for you, right? But I wanted to give three main things and main points how you can elevate your confidence in yourself and how it relates to your everyday life, right? So having confidence in yourself, a lot of people tend to believe and get it misconstrued, right? If I said that right, misconstrued with arrogance, right? Arrogance and confidence is not the same, and people try to use it interchangeably, right? When someone feels like they confidence in themselves, is like, no, you're arrogant. Arrogance is when you are looking down at someone because of your abilities, right? Confidence is just strictly believing in yourself. That's how I look at it, right? So when it comes to being confident in your abilities, there's things that you're confident at, right? There's some people are confident that they know they could eat a whole box of pizza, right? Or they know they can beat this video game, or they know they can, there's different things that you're confident at that you may not even realize it's confidence, right? So people confident that they're gonna win the hot dog eating contest, or they're gonna win the whatever it may be. I'm saying these examples to let you know you can be confident at anything, right? So in the easiest form too, at an even more simpler level, right? Let's think about driving. Right, let's think about driving. Someone who has their license, someone who passed their test. Before you started driving, or before you got your license, before you became a licensed driver, you had to have confidence in your ability to get behind that wheel, right? Because driving is a big deal. Accidents can happen. There's a lot of things that can happen, right? All of that stuff. But you had that confidence to get behind the wheel and learn how to drive, right? So what was the factor that made you get from when you were a little kid, or however old you were, when you had no confidence or were scared to get behind the wheel, and then it's like, okay, I'm at this age now, it's time for me to learn how to drive, and you have confidence in your ability to get behind the wheel with texting while, even though you're not supposed to do this, right? But texting while driving, doing different stuff while driving, right? So that all came from the repetition and the practice and your willpower and your understanding that, hey, I need to get this done, or I really want to do this, right? So I mentioned fear a little bit earlier, right? So when fear comes to play, right? Fear comes up in a lot of things. You could be scared of anything. There's a lot of people. I tend to generalize, but there's a lot of people that's afraid of different things, and that blocks their confidence, or that allows them to not be confident in themselves when they really should be, right? And how to get over fear is by having courage. By having courage, right? Acting. And what courage is acting in spite of that fear. Understanding that the fear is there, that that you still can act and do something on the other while that fear is still present, right? Because most times if you're scared of something, let's say, hey, let's go back to the driving analogy, right? Let's say if it was someone that was afraid to drive, right? Afraid to get behind the wheel. And then you start them off in an empty parking lot. An empty parking lot where they're unable to get into any type of accident at all. It's just them and an empty lot. They can't hit anything. There's no chance. There's no risk of getting into an accident. So what that is doing for that person is giving them confidence and the ability to be able to control the car, right? Understand the gas, the brakes, the steering, how everything works, right? So that is what that is doing for that person's confidence, is building their confidence, is building their courage because they got finally behind the wheel. Then after that time, after however many times it takes for them to continue to drive in an empty lot, that's going to get boring after a while. Then they're going to want to go into the street, right? So that's when you really get into that courage, right? And that confidence comes to play with when you're driving, right? So another key thing that mentioned with the driving is that consistency, right? That consistency when it comes to trying to be confident or wanting to be more confident, right? You start off with having the courage to get over that fear. And then once you get over that fear, you get consistent with doing what you intend to do to build confidence in, right? Another example. So let's say you're not confident in editing videos or whatever it may be, right? Let's say you want to learn a new skill, and that skill is editing videos. So when you start off, you're not too confident in your ability to begin to charge people. So what you do in the beginning, you edit your own videos, or you edit family videos, or you edit videos for free, or you just take a course, or you learn about it, right? From there, you do that consistently. Repetition. What does that do? That gives you more confidence because you're creating that ability to continue to do the same thing over. Now you have confidence in your ability to do that, right? Just like a basketball player, if he shoots 1,000,000 times, 1,000 times, he has confidence to take that shot, or he has confidence to make that dunk, right? Steph Curry shooting from half court, he's shot that shot so many times that it's his confidence in his ability to make that shot is like none other, right? So the third thing that I would say is to build your confidence is having that can-do attitude, understanding that you have that belief in yourself. Is simply believing in whatever you say, having your understanding and your mind and your world and your world mean everything to you, right? So it starts at the end of the day with yourself, right? And building that confidence and understanding that in order for me to be confident, I need to want to be confident, right? So take those steps, take those action steps, right? So what I'm saying is courage, consistency, and having a can-do attitude. And that can-do attitude is believing in yourself and believe what you say to yourself, right? So take that. Tell me if it works. Tell me if it helps you guys out at all with building confidence. Might get a little bit deeper into it next time, but right now, sit on that. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, wherever it is. Leave a review. Thanks, guys. Brian's Brain.